Um, and the theme of the speech is to research your speech. So it has a heavy emphasis on researching your topic more than the preceding speeches. So today I'll be talking about GMOs. So as you guys may know, GMOs stand for genetically modified organisms. And today we're specifically talking about GMOs in food. So GMOs do exist in plants and other different commodities, but today we will be only talking about GMOs in food. So GMOs in food means that in a type of crop, you take the gene of another crop and put it in that crop to make it more convenient to the consumer. For example, let's say you have a corn, and one of the traits of corn is that it has a long shelf life, and you want a tomato to have a long shelf life. So then on the plant of a tomato, you're going to take that gene from the corn that makes it have a long shelf life and force it into the tomato. So it also gets a long shelf life. And during this process, though it may seem pretty straightforward, it totally changes the composition of the specified crop, and it makes it way more imbalanced. And that's why I am against GMOs, because we've only had GMOs for 20 years, and we've only been altering the genes in our food for 20 years. And just because we've been selling it for 20 years, we can't tell the long-lasting effects of using GMOs. And studies have shown that since 1994, when the inception of GMOs in our supermarkets, the chronic illnesses in the United States have increased at a dramatic rate. So there is a clear correlation between our health as citizens and the GMOs coming to our nation. The second reason why I'm against GMOs is because it takes away the independence from farmers. So usually farmers can buy their own seeds from miscellaneous sources. They don't have to go to one company to buy seeds. They can like buy one from this company, one from that company, and plant their own seeds. But with GMOs, farmers are stuck to one company, because the way GMOs work is that if you buy the seed from one company, you have to buy the pest control from one company, because with the way the GMO is, it won't work with any other pest control. So you're stuck in that monopoly of that company. And because of GMOs, there are now four major companies that control the agricultural sector, and they control 60% of the seeds sold in our world. And that was never before, because like nowhere ever in our history we had four companies controlling all of the seeds in our agriculture. And farmers are very, very worried about this, because losing their independence to plant the seeds they want and buy the pesticides they want has really taken a toll financially and morally on them. So that's one of the reasons. And the third reason is the dichotomy it creates between the already large gap between the wealthy, the affluent, and the non-affluent in our world. Because now in our country and other countries around the world, people who are rich and supposedly have higher education levels understand the risks of GMOs, and they opt for buying non-GMO products, which are priced more expensive because of the non-GMO trait they entail. And that's why people who are less affluent, they can only afford GMO food, which is taking a toll on their health and the health of their children. So by banning GMOs, we can induce a more fair supermarket where the rich and the poor both get access to healthy food for their families. So that is why I firmly believe we should ban GMOs, and we should not let the GMO widen the wealth gap, um, induce suffering in farmers, and help steal their independence from them, and betray the health of our citizens. So thank you.